Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro proposed earlier this morning an OPEC summit to try to stabilize the oil market, where prices have dropped below $40 a barrel. Venezuela's main source of revenue is oil, and it has been particularly affected by the price slump. Maduro met yesterday with Qatar's emir, where he also discussed the price of oil. He said it needs to reach a minimum price of $70 a barrel. Next door to Venezuela, in Colombia, police this morning raided a digital printing shop that was being used to produce counterfeit money in the capital, Bogotá. Police seized 2.3 million fake euros, 1.1 million fake dollars, and 11 million fake Colombian pesos, worth 3.5 fake thousands US dollars. Police said 5 suspects were arrested in the operation.
As one of its last moves as Buenos Aires City Mayor, right-wing businessman Mauricio Macri has sent to the local legislature a bill aimed at privatizing several public areas, including 3 community sports centers, the municipal racetrack, cultural centers, and other local state properties. Many have rejected the initiative, arguing that in the past they have only favored big businesses by granting them operating license for staying on art galleries or malls.
What we should be debating is what's going on with the cultural heritage of Buenos Aires, which is awfully managed, or it's managed in order to favor their friends.
Local legislators, social movements, and the city's chief auditor have pointed out that the use of state property should have other priorities, especially considering the current lack of housing in the city.
In Buenos Aires, there's very little land to build on, and a big part of that land is owned by the city. So isn't it time to discuss how we can improve our urban planning?
While in recent days Macri accused pro-culture activists of using the state as a hideout, members of the national government highlighted that the operating licenses for the Buenos Aires Design Mall were awarded to private operators under preferable conditions.
The rent for the Buenos Aires Design Mall is at 45,000 pesos. That isn't even enough for one shop. That's Macri's cop-out.
The city government will continue to send similar drafts to the local legislature until the end of Macri's term. However, Front for Victory and other left-leaning lawmakers have anticipated their rejection to what they see as a new public property giveaway by Macri's right-wing pro-party. Laureano Ponce, Telesur, Buenos Aires.
And refugees began arriving in Vienna, Austria this morning after a hard journey from Budapest and being refused access to westbound Hungarian trains. The group walked for hours before a convoy of buses sent by the Hungarian government took the refugees to the Austrian border. Mostly Syrians fleeing war and violence, Hungary closed its main station to the refugees headed to Austria and Germany, which have agreed to accept them. Meanwhile, around Europe, grassroots organizations have shown solidarity with refugees fleeing Syria, as well as the thousands who try to cross the Mediterranean, sometimes not making it. In the Netherlands, people held a wake on Friday for thousands who have lost their lives trying to cross the Mediterranean this year. Protesters argued that European governments should open their borders to people needing help. In Spain, activists rallied in front of the European institutions' representation building on Friday, also criticizing current European Union policy. Protesters chanted that no human being is illegal, lives are at stake.
We demand that racist aggressors be punished. We're here to show that we're waiting with lots of hope for proposals from our local governments.
Democratic presidential hopeful Senator Bernie Sanders visited the Meskwaki Tribal Center in Tama, Iowa on Friday, discussing a range of topics during his speech, including wealth inequality, scarcity of jobs, and the cost-intensive education system in the United States, and arguing that it was more to spend money on education than prisons.
In our country today, we have more income and wealth inequality than any other major country on earth, and it is worse today than at any time since 1920.
Facts that have marked the course of history. Productions designed in the English language and made for the English-speaking world. This is Documentary. Watch it on telesur.net/English. Telesur, wherever the news, you'll be there.